Hey guys, it's Brandon with Investment Joy, and my kids are here helping me at my very own home trying to get a video out tonight. I've had a whole bunch of messages asking me to please do something, so I thought let's throw Discord on my Black Friday deal TV. Hopefully they don't do anything too appropriate on here. If so, we won't have a video tonight. So I wanted to talk to everybody about how I made about $35,000 it was 2013, 2014-ish, flipping coins. You have heard from a lot of different people out there about the idea of flipping physical products. And a few years ago, I flipped coins, specifically silver coins, and I had an absolute blast. Many people ask me about, do I collect coins at the laundromat? Do I look for star notes? Do I look for silver? Do I do all those things? And realistically, I don't too much anymore. I do a precursory look. And if I can't find anything quickly, then it just goes in the money sorter and the hopper, and I call it a day, and that's just for better or worse. That's how it is. But in 2013, 2014, I was obsessed with coins, and I decided, just like my brother and I did with our paintball business back in the 1999, 2000, 2001 era, let's make something I love and enjoy and I have fun with. Let's take that passion and turn it into a business so then I can collect and those things that I like for free. So I have a marketing background. I love social media. So I decided that I was going to start a coin flipping business or a coin buying business so I could, number one, make some money. Number two, feed a coin collection habit. And number three, just use some part-time that I have that I don't really need to work a lot. This was about the time that I just started buying rentals, and in between going through places and working, I just did not need to fill up every hour of the day with real estate stuff. Management was easy. I just wasn't having a whole lot of problems, so I decided let's do this coin flipping thing. So the way that I started off is the exact same way that I do everything today. Facebook, Craigslist. They're free, they're easy, and I would start not asking people, do you have coins for sale? I've been a real estate agent since 2006, and they always said, if you want to talk to somebody about a house or real estate, do not ask them about their house. Don't ask them if they want to sell their house. Ask them, do you know anybody that would want to buy or sell a house? And it works like a charm. So I took that advice from my real estate days, and I decided that I would go and start buying coins. And I started asking with my immediate people, the people that I personally knew. They're typically termed as sphere of influence. It's the little circle that you know. The average person in North America, the United States, knows about 200 people. And I asked those people via social media, because it's so easy and so quick to do, do you know anybody that has old coins, or do you know anybody that likes old coins? I'm starting a coin buying business, and I would love to buy some historic artifacts. And over the course of 2 years, big surprise, people called me non-stop. And I had this deal. Number one, I'll tell you the truth about your coins, and it's always my business mantra: don't lie to people. So I said, I will tell you. See, they're talking about flipping shoes there. I'll put something down in the description if you guys want to learn about flipping sneakers. That's a different episode on flipping sneakers, but I might include something down in the description. So I asked people, do you have historic coins? Do you have coins that you would want to sell? And people just continuously flooded in saying, Brandon, oh, my aunt has coins to sell. My uncle has coins to sell. My grandpa has coins to sell. And like I said, I won't lie to people when I talk to them. So I would tell them, here's the deal. I am in the business of buying coins. I want to buy coins. I want to offer you 60 to 70% of whatever the coin's worth. I want to tell you what it is. I'm not going to lie to you about the rating of it. I'm not going to lie about the condition. I'm not going to lie about what it is. And then I'm going to make an offer for 70%. And as you go on in life, you find out that a lot of things are powered by your personal skills of negotiation. And I would have this conversation with them. I would say, look, if you want to take these coins that I've identified for you, I've given you a price range, I told you what they are, what I think they're worth, a little bit about the history, and you decide to take that information, go put them on Craigslist or eBay and take my information, that's fine. But here's the deal. I want to offer you 70% of whatever I think they're worth, and I've got cash. I will buy them off of you that single day. If you have a ton of coins, then I'll offer a little bit less because I probably can't come up with the money. And like clockwork, almost every other day, somebody would call me. And they would say, or they would either call me because they had heard from someone on Facebook that I was buying coins, or they responded to not so much as ads as just messages. I would just tell everybody that I knew, hey, I'm into coins. I love coins. And this is less than 6 months after I decided that I wanted to do coins. I don't know a whole lot about coins, but I know how to Google. And I would sit down, and sometimes to identify a coin, it would take 30 minutes, or I would get on a web form, or I'd get on Reddit, or I'd get on some sort of website that would help me identify the coins, even eBay. And I would research their history and understand the value of them. And over time, I built a very, very nice coin collection. And my kids that are sitting on the couch laughing at me and kind of looking at me sort of silly, oh, they're falling asleep right now. My kids picked up one bag of silver that I had, and my 8-year-old daughter Tempe, she couldn't even lift it, one of the bags that I have, and she said, Daddy, these silver coins are very, very heavy. And I said, that's right, honey, because Daddy loves silver, and Daddy has a lot of old coins like that. And so I partially used it to make money, and I partially used it to build this really nice collection of coins. Essentially I was never out anything. I had a little nest egg to start with of maybe $200, maybe $250. And as time went, the collection went over and over and over and over. I even started buying gold. I'm not too big on gold, but I was buying gold all at 70% under whatever the market value was. And it's relatively simple. When you have a constant flow of something that's easy to sell to buy at 70% and sell at 100%, I would take that 30%, and then sometimes I would take profit on it. Sometimes I would just immediately say, I like these pieces. I like peace dollars. I like Walking Liberty halves. There's certain kinds of coins that I'm just obsessed with, and I will keep every single one of them. I also like 40% JFK halves. Don't ask me why. I like those, and I like war nickels. I don't know why. I like them. So a lot of those I kept. But then there were other pieces that I just didn't really like too much. Like I had some 20-cent pieces that I got really early on, and I flipped those. I took them to an auctioneer. I bought them very, very low and sold them. I was shocked at the auction. They went 110% over where they booked at. So I did really well on a bunch of 20-cent pieces. And over the course of just 2 years, I made way over $50,000, and when I figured it out, it was a little over $35,000 in just 1 year. And I built a really nice coin collection, and I made money on the side. And the takeaway from all this, because I know not everybody's in coins, is that there is a huge knowledge difference between people that get interested in and are passionate about things, and then people that just kind of have things. I've told a lot of you guys about my Gary story, where the elderly gentleman sold me most of a $1.2 million real estate portfolio that his son had very poorly managed. It was awful. I went in, I bought a substantial portion, about 75% of his $1.2 million portfolio for a whopping $300,000, $350,000, depending on how you want to break it down. And I've made all this money off of it because the assets were given to somebody that just didn't really have much of an interest in the assets, the real estate. And I find the same thing with coins. I find the same thing with a lot of things. A lot of people have assets that they have no clue what it is, and you don't have to lie, you don't have to cheat, you don't have to steal anything from anybody. You can go to somebody and say, look, I mean, you can pay me for your time or the time that I have invested in this, but here's the deal. I'll take them off your hands with cash, and it'll be a benefit to you because you can have them gone today, and you're not going to be lied to. And knowing my reputation as someone who buys coins at fair market value, because I would have this spreadsheet of how if you buy it, or if you sell it on eBay, PayPal's going to charge you X amount of percent. There's going to be listing fees. You need to take good pictures of it to sell on eBay and get top dollar, and then you need to know exactly what you have. And I'm showing you exactly what it is. So, you know, there's 3 things you're going to have to deal with. And I would say 80% of the time, once somebody had heard my pitch and I had talked to, I would buy their coins. And I started going to yard sales, and I would pitch them the exact same thing. Do you know anybody? And I'm not saying coin yard sales. I'm just saying yard sales. And I would say, would you, by chance, do you happen to know anybody that has some coins that they would like to sell? And I would say 30 to 40% of the time, they would say, oh, my neighbor so-and-so has coins. I went to one yard sale and someone said, oh, I don't have any coins, but would you be interested in silver spoons and knives, flatware? And I said, well, I don't know anything about this, but I'll be interested and I'll try. And they brought out this gorgeous set of sterling silver forks, knives, and spoons and all that stuff. And I did very well off that. And I have a nice, wonderful collection of silver baby spoons because I think that, the silver spoon in your mouth, that kind of saying, it's very interesting to me that that was a thing, that wealthy families had silver spoons. And I up until that time, I started collecting silver coins. I never knew that was a thing, that silver spoons were a thing and rich people had them. And now I have this wonderful, nice collection of silver spoons sitting in a bin somewhere, in a lock box or in a safe deposit box, which to me is really interesting. So I hope the takeaway from this conversation that we've had here in my living room with my new microphone that I accidentally bought, that you've seen on screen, with my kids on the couch here, is that if you get passionate about something and you are willing to build up knowledge, and you combine that with a little bit of social media marketing, talking to people, just negotiating, having a conversation, showing somebody how you can build value to them, you can make a lot of money in a minimal amount of time. I spent maybe 4 or 5 hours a week, and it was always driving to somebody's house after I had got a call and someone telling me, Brandon, my aunt has coins I'd like you to buy. The best thing I ever did was I met somebody in a bank parking lot in 2014, and they sold me a toolbox completely full of coins. And the guy handed it to me. It was his dad's, and said, I just don't want any more. And it had 90 or 100 rolls of wheat pennies in it, and about half of them were bright uncirculated. And they weren't 50s dates. There were multiple rolls of bright uncirculated 30s, late 1930s wheat pennies, and it was totally awesome. And then in the bottom, after he had sold it to me, he said, I don't know what it is, I just want $1,000 off of it. I hear you're a good guy, you've got a good reputation, I just want $1,000. I barely even looked. I said, it's probably worth more than this, sir. He said, I don't care, just give me the money, this is what I want. And long story short, I don't know. I haven't even sat down and figured out what the value of it is. And then in the bottom was a full roll of piece dollars. And go figure that out, 20 some piece dollars in a roll. Now, I did check the values on those, and it was about $50. There were some really decent dates in there, and they were all great condition. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. I hope this video gives you a little bit of value. It's late at night, and I've had too many messages telling me, put out some content, Brandon. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you learned something useful tonight.